You know, sometimes we just need to remember the simple things. Simple such as this that I came across the other day. We are all just little kids driving around adult bodies. Now, isn't that wild to think about? But it's true. It's like inside, we're all just scared, lost little children. Some of us have it together more than others. Sometimes we're just bouncing off the walls. But when you get right down to it, and this really helps me a lot in life these days, is that we're just little kids inside adult bodies. And for me, this is especially helpful when I come across people that are difficult in some sort of way. And, you know, you think about little kids, maybe 3, 4, 5 years old, and they get to a point where they're, you know, distressed or having a meltdown, and they're just having troubles dealing or just whatever. And so they're crying, they're cranky, they're upset, they're bonking some other kid on the head with a toy. They're not, you know, they're running away from them when you call, or they're, you know, just not responding, or just whatever it is. Sometimes there's those simple little things that can make a difference in the little kids or the big kids that are inside these adult, or the little kids that are inside these adult bodies. And sometimes it could be something as simple as just, all right, you think about little kids. Sometimes there's a need for a diaper change. They're soggy, or they're kind of loaded down, they're stinky. Sometimes a diaper change is needed. Sometimes it's time for a sip of some water or some juice or something like that. They're dehydrated. Sometimes it's time for a snack or a treat, right? Sometimes a toy or you know, some activity just changes everything, because it just gets them out of the mindset that they're in and what they're focused on. Sometimes a change of scenery can, hey, let's all go to the park and get on the swings or something. Sometimes you can plop them in water or a sandbox, and you know, that can change everything. Sometimes little kids just need their hand to be held, or they need to be picked up and given a hug, or for us to come down to their level and to listen to what they're saying and to look at what they're pointing at. And, you know, again, we're all little kids in adult bodies. And so when it comes right down to it, sometimes we just get dysregulated. Sometimes we have a meltdown. Sometimes we need a nap, right? And sometimes we just need to be seen, to be heard, to feel safe, to feel loved. Sometimes we need a snack. Sometimes we need a nap. Sometimes we need a change of focus and landscape. Sometimes we need just to be able to play and to have some lightness going on where things are like overwhelming, you know. And that is a beautiful part of the reminders of little children, because, you know, if you got little kids or you're babysitting little kids, then you got to take care of those little kids, and you can't just leave them be to just fend for themselves and feed themselves and change themselves and keep themselves safe sometimes. And as adults, you know, we're supposedly better at that as we've gotten older and all that, but even so, sometimes there's that need to feel like we've got it together, like we're safe, like we've protected. Sometimes we need that levity and that humor in life. And when we are more regulated and not so alarmed or feeling unsafe or scared or unpleasant or uncomfortable, then at those times, we're the best parts of little kids, where we're all smiles and we just want to jabber and talk. We want to share things. We want to just run and skip and jump and do cartwheels and roll around and do just silly things. And we're filled with wonder and curiosity. We've got to just see everything around us and experience it all. And we want to share and we want to love. We just go up and give random hugs and go up to people and say, hey, you'll be my friend. Or you just park it next to somebody and be a friend with them and share your toys and so on. And to remember that, the lessons of little kids and just the fact that we're all just little kids in adult bodies changes everything. And so if I come across somebody who's unpleasant or somebody who seems to be in a bit of a state, then if I can think of that as, oh, it's a little kid and we're all just little kids, what would a little kid need in this circumstance? And it's not always my job to take care of all the other little kids, but it can help me deal with them better sometimes. And that's pretty cool. So anyway, I thought I'd pass that your way. What do you think about it? Kind of fun, huh? Have a great day.